This video is presented by NewMetalworker.com. The Milwaukee 4.5-inch small angle grinder certainly isn't small on features, power, or quality. What it has lots of is that traditional Milwaukee ruggedness and user-friendly features. The kit featured in this review comes with everything you see here and an instruction manual. A significant indicator of the quality that Milwaukee builds into this grinder lives inside this housing. This 90-degree gear drive must be made just right or this grinder won't live very long. If you wiggle the disc back and forth, you can feel that there's very little play in this gear set. The only way to achieve that is with a precisely made set of gears. When you use cheaply made gears, you have to use a lot of lash between them so they'll turn without destroying each other immediately. And cheap gears don't have any hope of running this smoothly or quietly. The case area that houses the motor is designed to be very rugged yet comfortable to the hand. To use the paddle switch, you have to squeeze the lockout button up front, otherwise the paddle can't be depressed. If you want to lock the paddle switch on, you have to depress that lockout switch a little bit more. To shut the grinder off, just bump the paddle switch again and it releases. This is a good safety feature for a tool with this much power. The lockout button and paddle switch are both located on the center line of the tool, so they're easy to use for left and right-handed operators. There's a set of inlet vents like this on either side of the motor housing at the rear. The motor draws cooling air in through these inlets. After being drawn across the motor, that air is exhausted at the back of the gear case through these vents. Blowing the air out in that direction helps keep the dust away from the air inlets rather than going in them and contaminating the motor. That helps to ensure a long life for this motor. The outboard handle makes this grinder much easier to control. And it can be installed on either side of the grinder, again to accommodate left and right-handed operators. The spindle lock button is large and easy to use, even with a gloved hand. Milwaukee includes this offset spanner wrench that saves your knuckles when changing discs. Just break that flange nut loose and it spins right off. One of the things I look for in a tool is quality-made components, and this Milwaukee angle grinder shows quality throughout. Milwaukee calls this Type 27 guard burst resistant. After handling the guard a little bit, I think it's all of that and more. These detents and the hub show you all the positions this guard can be locked into. And thanks to this release button, this guard is totally tool-free. All you have to do is push that release button and you can turn the guard to the next position you need. And the only time you have to remove the disc is if you want to remove the guard entirely. If you need to add a grinder to your shop, check out the Milwaukee 4.5-inch small angle grinder. This is a very well made, nicely designed tool that comes with a good price tag. And Milwaukee's sure enough of the quality that they have a 5-year guarantee on this tool.